This past Friday, Funko officially confirmed TargetCon 2024, which for those that might have never heard of TargetCon before, it's basically this overhyped mini convention that happens at Target where it's Target exclusives. In which Funko might not know that there's already been a leaked list of the pops already shown off by Scarlet Joker, which of course I'm DK Wrestler, and today we're going to be looking through this leaked list of potential items for TargetCon 2024 and seeing if this year may possibly be a great TargetCon or just a bust. So let's get right to it. It just so happens that last month I actually did predictions for TargetCon, knowing that probably around this time in January we would get a potential leaked list. And I will tell you that, of course, nothing is ever official until Funko themselves confirms it. So this list may be all the pops we have, maybe we'll get more than what we have, or maybe it's just a completely different list and that this is totally false. So the first pop listed is for the DC Comics lineup, and it's Red Lantern Hal Jordan. Now we've gotten, I believe, one or two Hal Jordan pops in the past. This time it's Red Lantern, and this does make sense considering that I feel like, especially when I looked at this list, it almost seems like this year TargetCon is going down the path in a way that Emerald City Comic Con used to go to with that convention, where Emerald City Comic Con back in the day, you knew that there was the theme of, like, because the logo was green, that a lot of the exclusives were going to be green, but because TargetCon, the main logo is red, a lot of the exclusives that are listed down are for the color red. So it seems like this is going down the pathway of how this would make sense for TargetCon this year. I mean, it's really cool considering that it's going down the route of like an obscure DC character. It's not a remold of a different superhero. Next pop listed is for Lilo and Stitch, and it's a Stitch with ukulele as a 10-inch pop. Now, some people may already know about this considering that this actually was shown last week at London Toy Fair, but with the special edition stickers. So we didn't really know where it's going to be exclusive to, because a lot of the times, obviously, if it's for TargetCon, only the States is going to get it with the TargetCon sticker, since Target is only available in the States. Going back to the superhero route, but with Marvel this time, it is a Squirrel Girl comic cover. Now, this is very interesting. I always love when Funko does the covers that isn't just a reprint of an already existing character. Like last year, we'd gotten like 14 comic covers of just Wolverine and 5 Captain Americas. Spread it out. Give us some new characters. And this is kind of one that makes sense for, I guess, a convention, so to speak, because it's so obscure and that not a lot of them need to be made. And I don't know the significance with like Squirrel Girl, if there's like a TV series or a movie that's coming out or one that already exists, but this is pretty interesting so far as terms to a potential TargetCon 2024 exclusive. Next up is for all you anime fans. It's for Naruto. It is a Son Goku, and it's going to be a 10-inch pop. This once again actually is another pop that actually was shown off recently, but with that special edition sticker. And from the detail that I seen in the pop, it actually looks pretty cool with like the orangey eyes. Can't really predict if it's going to sit on the shelf or not. I'm thinking it's going to sit on the shelf because it's a 10-inch pop, but it may sell it because, of course, it's anime. Anime was the #1 lineup of pops to actually sell last year in 2023, so this could continue that trend. Next up is for the NBA lineup, and it's of Stephen Curry. Now, Funko has made a lot of Stephen Curry pops in the past with the different Golden State Warriors jerseys. So far, it just seems like this may be the least hype I am for any of these pops. Next up is for the Pokemon lineup, and it's a Umbreon 10-inch pop. Now, this is something that always happens at TargetCon, I find, is that they take a 4-inch Pokemon pop and make it a 10-inch figure. We gotten it back in 2019, I want to say 2020, with that silver Pikachu, and we got it with another Pokemon pop that I can't exactly remember. And even in the predictions video that I did last month, I thought it was going to be Aipom, but Umbreon definitely makes sense because it's one of the evolutions. And this is another pop that has surfaced social media with either the special edition sticker, or I believe maybe this case it does have a TargetCon exclusive sticker, but this is something that we kind of already knew was going to be coming down the pipeline. Next up is for Sanrio, and it's going to be a Diamond Collection Hello Kitty in cake. Now, I believe I remember remember seeing the common lineup recently announced, or people showing at their local Hot Topic these pops surfacing, of like Hello Kitty jumping out of the cake, and it's supposed to celebrate, I believe, 50 years of either Hello Kitty or Sanrio. But this case, it's a Diamond Collection pop, and once again, I'm not surprised because I believe there's always a Diamond Collection pop for TargetCon. The biggest example I can remember is last year's TargetCon, where we got the Spider-Man pop and tea bundle where the pop was Diamond Collection. Now this next one is interesting because it's for Sesame Street, and it's an Elmo on tricycle, which is supposed to be flocked. Now this is probably the most exciting, I guess, leak at this moment, considering we have not gotten Sesame Street pop since I believe 2016, 2017. It's really cool that Funko is dabbling back to those older licenses that we didn't know were ever going to get pops again. Recently with that leaked list from Amazon UK, there's going to be Saved by the Bell pops. We recently seen that Muppets are coming back with an OG lineup, and Elmo makes sense because once again, he's red, the logo of Target is red. And if there's going to be any pop that possibly sells out from TargetCon, it's probably going to be this one, not going to lie. Next up is going to be for Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's a Shadow and Amy 2-pack, and it's going to be a Flock 2-pack. Now, I don't think it's necessarily a trend, but we have gotten Sonic the Hedgehog pops in the past, where in 2021 we got the Flock Tails, in 2022 we got the Flock Knuckles, and I don't think we got one last year in 2023, but we have one this year for 2024, which I think definitely makes sense since we did get the new wave of Sonic the Hedgehog pops released with like Metal Sonic and Amy and the Dr. Eggman. Pretty sweet set, and it also makes sense since I believe at the end of the year we are getting the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, which will have Shadow in the movie, so adding a Shadow pop definitely makes sense. Having both these pops flocked is really cool, considering that obviously the normal Amy for that new wave isn't flocked, so the way you can get it flocked Amy is in this case for TargetCon 2024. These next two pops are for Stranger Things, and they're both blacklight pops, which the first one is going to be Eddie Munson. Now, there was a photo that actually did surface of this pop, which I'll show you right now, which basically is taking the OG mold of Eddie Munson that was a Target exclusive and adding that blacklight specification. And I guess for a show like Stranger Things, it does make sense to have the blacklight specification, but I do agree that there are way too many blacklight pops at this point, especially for Stranger Things. They've been doing quite a bit of them. And then the other one that was listed was a Robin and Steve 2-pack, which there was a photo that surfaced recently of that, so we kind of already know what that looks like. And a lot of people I remember seeing in the comments do like the colorway of the Robin and Steve. Next up is for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it's a Last Ronin comic cover. Pretty much a lot of people know about this already because this was actually the first pop that was leaked originally for TargetCon 2024, and that's actually what had made me do my TargetCon video early, was because of that certain leak. This comic cover looks really cool with the detail involved, and I think it will sell pretty well. I don't know if it's going to sell out. And the last pop on this list is for the WWE lineup, and it's an Edge and Kane 2-pack. Now this I did see a photo of last week while filming some content on the channel with my co-host MD Shady. Now I like this 2-pack, but I don't like this 2-pack at the same time. I like this 2-pack for the sake of getting a brand new Edge pop, since I didn't think that was going to happen since he's now signed with AEW, but they must have came up with this obviously before he let his contract expire with WWE. And I love the idea that Kane finally has a new Funko pop. My gripe is that both of these are in a 2-pack, and it's like Attitude Era Kane and then like Ruthless Aggression Edge in this 2-pack. I just find this didn't make sense at all to add these. If they would have made these separate pops, straight fire. Having Edge by himself with that big gold belt and doing his signature pose, amazing. Attitude Era Kane with the mask that we first seen him debut in 1997, amazing. It would have made sense if we would have gotten Kane and Undertaker in a 2-pack. We could have gotten Edge and maybe like a new Randy Orton to make Rated RKO, but just having these two specific Kane and Edge pops together just didn't make sense. Having both of these put into a 2-pack where, let's say you're an Edge fan and you're forced to get it because it's a part of this 2-pack and you might not want Kane, it just kind of sucks, and vice versa. You really want that Attitude Era Kane, but the only way to get it is with an Edge pop. It just seems weird to me. But I will admit, it's probably my favorite reveal because it's a WWE pop. Of course, me being a pro wrestler outside of making YouTube videos, I, of course, enjoy a lot of the WWE pops, so I'm really excited about this release. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video of me talking about the potential leaks for TargetCon 2024, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your favorite leak of this list, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.